decision.
Foxhole.
Love decision.
Foxhole.
Swallow me.
Foxhole.
Swallow me.
You want to start?
No, you start.
Nice. My first memory is, or my favorite memory is when we were in Pittsburgh. There was a bet between some of the crew and one of the band members, Dave Perry, that I guess the bet went Steve, who's making this film. Hey, Steve. Steve said to Dave Perry, guitar player for G-Spot, Gail's band, that he would pay for a tattoo if Dave got the other crew member Gary's face tattooed on his own ass. Steve would pay for that to happen. And Dave said yeah, and so Steve threw down, and during the lineup for the evening at, I guess it was the Smilin' Moose, or the Pittsburgh club, they went over across the street, and a bunch of people got tattoos, but Dave does have Gary's face tattooed on his ass. And to note, the image of Gary's face was drawn by Paris from our band, and she did a great job doing a rendition of Gary's face with the star glasses on Dave's ass. So you can ask to see it sometime.
Which I hope is in this video at some point.
Yeah, it should be in there.
Dave, you better be showing your butt.
Yeah, yeah.
So, my turn. My favorite moment, or one of them, was when we were in this club in Norfolk, Virginia. I forget the name of the club, but it was a big lesbian club. There was a lot of ladies out, and it was a lot of fun. And at the end of the night, they wanted us to go to a party, and we couldn't because we had to get going really early in the morning to the next city. And the next thing I know it is that one 6'4" lesbian has picked him up around like the front of her and has whisked him off through the parking lot, and then I get thrown over his shoulder, and they're like, we got him, we're taking him to the party.
We were abducted by lesbians.
That was pretty funny. I don't think I stopped laughing for like a week.
It was good.
Yeah.
Well, we last did one of the reunion shows, and since the 2008 tour, we've parted ways with our founding member of America's Sweetheart, Val Germain, and Paris, our bass player, and Trish and I decided to continue on as the Natch. We're now called the Natch, thenatchnyc.com. And we've played the reunion show as the Natch, and we're going to be playing this upcoming reunion show as the Natch. And yeah, just been playing. Our debut album is long overdue, but we're going to be finishing it before the end of the year, most likely.
We had a little sidetrack.
Yeah, there's our sidetrack.
Here's our sidetrack.
But we've been getting out. We've been playing, around on the East Coast still, and right now our bass player is touring South America, and so we'll probably be doing this next show as a duo.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Or a trio with a different player.
Yeah.
She's getting pretty good on the kazoo.
Yeah.
Well, I think the 10th anniversary show surprise would be that we would be there.
Yeah, the
By
fact that we're
ourselves,
there
the
is
two.
a good surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, no bass player.
So,
Maybe we'll put the kid on bass.
who knows? Bass
Good.
kazoo, if there is
There
one.
you go. My answer is absolutely. I think GRGR is a great promotional vehicle. Gail does an amazing job. But I think on top of that, I think GRGR is a really valuable networking tool for up-and-coming girl rockers. And I think that is like perhaps the most important feature of GRGR, is that you can establish connections with bands across the U.S. and get gigs with them and develop relationships with them that end up helping everybody. So I think that's an awesome aspect of GRGR. So yes, I do think that there is a need for it.
And you make some really good friends along the way, and doing what you love to do, and there's nothing better than that.
So you want me to say something?
The promotion of Women in Rock? Absolutely. I definitely feel like there's a need for this organization, especially since girls in music have, they're a little shyer. sometimes in the Willie Mae Rock Camp for Girls that GRGR helps out and is part of is, I think, a really important thing for young girls and just girls in general wanting to play music. It's not always easy for them, you know, but when you have like a force, fiery crew of ladies behind you, it empowers you. So keep going.
I think, you know, most importantly, I'd love to see the website blow up a little bit more and become, it's doing it now, just gathering more and more of a community. And I would also, in 10 years, hell, why not a label and have GRGR start putting out some of the killer acts that they're involved with. That would be really cool.
Yeah, I would love to see GRGR funded by a major backer so that it can really do what it really wants to do. And what GRGR does is like promote real girls in rock, not the fake girls in rock. And that's real to me and real and tangible for, you know, young women who want to be in it, and I think it's really important. So you better be around, and we'll help you.
Yeah, GRGR has exposed us to a lot of great bands across the country that we would not have known otherwise, and that we still have lasting relationships with. So it's been awesome for us.
What would my advice be to young girls? I would say follow your heart, and if you want to rock, rock. If you want to play guitar, make some noise. Who cares if it sounds good or not? I played the drums. Well, I played the drums. When I first started, I just made a lot of noise, and believe me, my drum set didn't last long wherever it was, and I didn't care. I kept doing it and doing it and doing it. And I think that for any young girl out there trying anything, don't give up.
Yeah, I would say that just practice. Practice as much as you can, and maybe sometimes skip the things that are easy to do, like playing video games or, you know, just chilling out with friends. If you can throw an extra half hour or hour down to learning a different scale or getting your timing better, play with the metronome. That's another great thing to do.
Oh, that's key.
But just practice as much as you can and be good.
And have fun.
No one likes a rocker dressed the part who can't deliver the goods. So that's the most important part.
That's called a poser.
Yeah, and you got to feel it too. So there's a certain amount of connecting that has to happen. But practice, that's key.
Yeah, practice and just love what you do. If you don't love it, put it down and take a break.
Exactly. For me, I'd love to see like Mary Magdalene fronting a band with like Jesus and the apostles. Like Jesus could be like backing vocals and keys, but he would be up front, and then you could have like all the apostles and like Moses and just like a epic band.
You know what? I can't top that. I mean, I'm going to go with that. I like that. Otherwise, I would like all of us to headline at one point in a really big forum, in a really big stage where we all belong.
The Garden. 10 years.
Yeah. Why can't that be
GRGR
a goal?
reunion at the Garden.
The Garden!
All right, this is the Natch signing off. Chris and Trish, and a delinquent hello from Paris in South America, and we'll see you guys all soon. Bye.
Bye.
Down into your foxhole, the garden so bequeathed. Fight tradition,
Foxhole.
love decision.